guy?
Good, I'm good. How are you?
Had a great season this year, man. Senior year, got states. How was it? How was that experience?
It was pretty much, it was like a dream come true for real. Coming in here, really one of the best. Like first season here, one of the best. Next season got better. And then this season pretty much won as much as I could other than city championship.
So let's talk about your story, man. A lot of people don't know who Dre Perry really is. A lot of people don't know you come from Carolina. What part of Carolina are you from?
From Edenton, North Carolina, about an Outer Banks, a little small town. Probably like 5,000 people at the most.
What's the difference between Edenton and Baltimore?
It's more quiet down there. Baltimore is the fast life for real. City life.
What was the connections you had to Baltimore? Like before you came over, you had any connections at all?
No. Other than my mother was here for like medical reasons.
So when she was here, getting like going to a hospital here? Or?
Yeah, she was in the John Hopkins program for like a heart. She had heart failure.
Okay.
So that's why I moved to Baltimore.
So that was the initial reason?
Yeah.
So it wasn't sports at all?
No.
Take care of moms? Okay. How's she doing now?
She good.
So what did you bring from Carolina, to the basketball courts up here?
Pretty much my physical toughness. You hear a lot about Baltimore tough, and it's like different down there. It's like everybody down there tough. Everybody pretty much play more than one sport down there. So you got the football toughness and just, yeah.
Were you intimidated a little bit, hearing about Baltimore City basketball?
No, not really, because AAU play a lot of ball, so you got a pretty high confidence level.
True. Yeah, a lot of people don't even know you're not from here.
Right.
When you first came here and you played your first game in this gym, like what was some of the chatter you was hearing around the city? People was asking like who is he, where he come from, and then like certain people knew. I remember when we played City my first time here, like I was just like saying stuff like, "Oh, go back Carolina, you country boy," like just saying stuff. But anyways, blew them out by like 25 that game. So what's the biggest difference between Carolina basketball and Baltimore basketball?
Competition level. I'll say the intensity is pretty much the same, but the competition is different. Down there, like I said, it's a lot of football players and baseball players and stuff playing basketball because the population is not that big. But here, it's mainly just basketball players. If you hoop, you hoop. You don't hoop, you're not gonna be on the team, or you're not gonna get that much smoke. So, yeah, it's the competition.
You said you played football, right?
Yeah. I played DN, wide receiver, both sides of the ball, whole game. Did pretty good.
Why didn't you play up here?
When I came up here, it was just like, I just wanted to do one thing. I just wanted to hoop. Like, my passion wasn't in football, it was in basketball. So, I stuck with it.
And you said you had offers, right?
Yeah, I had an offer from Clemson freshman year for defensive end. Came down to the school, was talking to me, telling me like, stay in the weight room, get bigger. And I told the coach like, why you sitting there? It was like, my passion not into football. And he was like, well, we can have you walk on for basketball and be a scholarship player for football. I'm just looking at him like, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to play football in college.
Was that your first experience with college coaches? The whole recruiting process? So it was with football first and then basketball came later.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was, it's different. With football, it's like, you got a lot more coaches coming in, and basketball is like, I felt the pressure most from basketball because I didn't finish the process with football.
So it's like, this is all or nothing right here.
Right.
What you bring from football, like, because not knowing that now, like, especially watching you play, and knowing that you actually played football, like, what's the one thing you brought from the football field to the court?
It's my toughness, heart, pretty much fearing none.
I'm gonna say a word. First thing come to your head. First word, Baltimore.
Toughness.
Toughness. What you love about this city? Pretty much how they take basketball so serious. Like they take sports serious, like basketball and football. It's a lot. It's a huge support system. Like you hear a lot about people bringing each other down in the city, but in reality, like everybody support everybody like when it comes to sports and stuff. So
What's the toughest gym that you played at in the city?
toughest gym.
Just the crowd,
I
the
say
atmosphere, the heat. Just who got the toughest?
see Emerson. My temporary year was toughest gym I played in. Everybody, the sidelines is right there, hot in the gym, rims leaning, crowd saying whatever they want, throwing stuff on the court.
Do you embrace that though? Like, you know, some players it might throw them off, but like, do you embrace that type of heat?
Yeah, I like it. It motivates me. It's like when I feel like somebody want to see us fail or doing something to make us like scared or intimidated, like I just get my guys together, tell them like we got each other, and make us look each other in the eyes like, all right, I got you, you got me.
Next word, Coach Sam Brown.
Love. First word to come to mind.
Well, how did he help you grow as a player?
Like 6 a.m. workouts, being like a mentor, support, like not just on the basketball court, but like in the building, in the classroom and stuff. Like if I need something for a project, he'll run across the store and get it. Just the support he has. Like it was like he do so much and do so much for us as players. Like he don't really look for no thank you or none of that. He just, as long as you give your all on the court. So our way of repaying him is by winning and playing hard, giving 110%.
What's the one thing that you remember when you were coming here, you were trying to find a school? Like, what did he say to you that made that click? It was like, all right, yeah, this is my guy right here.
He was like, it's not just about basketball here. It's about academics. It's about, he was like, it's not about basketball. It's about academics as well. So if you're not going to work hard in the classroom, then it's not the place for you.
All right, next word for you. Raheem Ali.
Dog.
Describe his freshman year. I think he had a great year. How would you describe it playing next to him?
When he first came in, like, I was leaving. My point guard left last year, Chunqui. So it was like, they played different. So when he came in, like, we started clicking right away. Like, I knew if I played hard, he was going to play hard with me. So him coming in, like, he had some little freshman jitters, getting a couple games, and like I just talked to him, you feel me? Then he just took over after that.
So last word I got for you, Polly.
Pride. That's the word that comes. When you hear Polly, you hear pride right behind it.
Right there.
So
this is the school that raised you.
yeah, pretty much. This is where I grew at the most. So when I got here, pretty much played the same all my life. I expanded my horizon when I was here. So
Explain that. What you mean expand your horizon?
like I just added a lot to my game. Like I was pretty much being in a small town, I was a Draymond Green, I was a stretch four. But like coming up here, got a lot more point guard work, a lot of wing work. So like I just added a lot to my game.
Outside of the court, man, what did these walls do for you? You know?
It prepared me for college, like excellent. Like I feel like I'm gonna go to college and like just fly by it. Like it's gonna be super easy for me.
So like you came up here because of your moms. I think for a lot of 15-year-olds, that's hard to get through. You know, your mom's going through, you know, her illness, and then you trying to adjust to school, adjust to a new school, and you got the basketball. Like you said, the pressure was on. Just how did you get through that?
Basketball. I knew my mother seeing me happy, make her happy. So like I just really wanted to keep a smile on her face while she was going through the process. And like like I said, 10th grade, it was hard doing that. So as we went on, she fine now. So as long as she was good, I was good. That's how it went.
So you told me you gonna start. I tell.
Yeah.
Gotta get a prediction. Average. It's average.
Freshman year, I'm setting big goals. So I say,
that's all it is.
say
Ain't nothing wrong.
15, 10, 7.
Man, 15, 10, 7. I almost triple double. All right. I like it. One thing I like about your game, man, is you don't give up on the play. I like you, the chase down block. I think Bronny brought that to the game of basketball, but you like really thrive with that. Like anytime it was a fast break layup, you coming. Like why was that so important for you?
It changes the momentum of the game.
Definitely.
It takes heart from a lot of players. Like, dang, we can't even get a breakaway layup. So it's like it does something to other people's mentality, other people's like mental ability. So it's like once that momentum switch, it can a chase down block can change the whole game.
First time y'all played passing, you caught one on this end. And then the second time in the city championship, you caught like 3, like on the same end. Like just the way you play both ends of on the court, it really shows how you are as a player, and knowing your story behind it now, it's like it makes sense. Like it all makes sense. You know, from that, what do you expect Temple to do for you? What do you think they're going to add to it?
Same thing Poly did. Like I feel like Temple gonna be the same way Poly was. I feel like everything's not gonna be peaches and cream when you go in. So I had to fight adversity, and being that I done it already, it's not gonna be as hard as it was the first time.
What's some of the things you worried about though? Like I know it's like you said, it's not going to be all peaches and cream. Like what's the one thing in the back of your head you like? I gotta make sure I don't let this take over. What's the fear?
Partying and stuff. Like, got a lot more freedom. I'm out there on my own. So
Are you a party though?
no, I'm not even really. But you know, I'm not really a party guy. But go out sometimes. You feel me? It's just time management. As long as I stay on my time management, I'll be good.
Well, what's something you love about Philly? Philly's a beautiful city, just like Baltimore, just bigger.
Yeah. I actually used to live in Philly. Lived in Philly, 6th grade.
So I asked you that.
So, I don't know, the food good, cheesesteaks, it's like, it is, it's another Baltimore, for real. It's the same thing as Baltimore, honestly, it's a lot bigger. But the toughness as well. So,
How long did you live in Philly?
I lived in Philly I stayed in Philly for 2 years, 5th and 6th grade. So,
You played ball up there too?
yeah, I played AAU up there. I didn't play school ball.
Oh, okay.
So, cause at the school I was at, you couldn't play till like you was in the 7th grade or something. So, I played the 5th and 6th grade with the Mid-Atlantic Blue Devils. Coach Calvin Lewis.
What can we expect from Dre Perry in the future?
You definitely expect me to be in the NBA a couple years. Setting big goals for that as well. So, like, just Markel's story. Like,
That was a lot of people don't know his story either.
right.
But
This is the same, like setting big goals ahead of time. Like rookie of the year, MVP in the first couple years there. Like,
you had your growth spurt yet? 'Cause you know he had his junior year. He put on like 6-7 inches.
I had my growth spurt from when I was in 7th grade, 7th going to 8th. But Doc said I still got 3 more inches, so I'm hoping I get them 3 more inches. It's gonna be some trouble. It's gonna be some trouble for real.
All right, man. So hopefully we can do this again, and another say 3. Hopefully 3. Give me 3. You know, I know the one and done thing is famous, but at least give us 3. Give us 3 good years. You know, like I said, we do this again. Hopefully next wave you want to be going to the draft. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks.